Yeah, that's
We're
beautiful.
going to be on in a couple of seconds,
Okay.
and then I start the recording. Okay. And here we are on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Hi. So we're already on one channel, and now let's get us on the other channel and gets recording. So hello to the Eric and Liz show.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone, and hello, Liz. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Eric. You look nice.
Thank you too. And
Thank you.
especially just turn your head a little bit, and yeah, and to the other side. Come on, let's see that hairdo. Wow, gorgeous,
Thank
gorgeous,
you.
really
Thank
nice.
you.
And I love the necklace. Is that one of yours?
Oh, of course. Of course. It's my little teardrop with pearls and like little Swarovski crystals and chains. And
Nice.
then this is like a new little wrap top with the little peekaboo cutouts.
It's
And
called
my,
peekaboo cutouts.
yeah. And my little Donna Lorraine collection bracelets.
Very nice, very nice.
Yes.
Peekaboo.
Yeah. Peekaboo cutouts.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's cool. You
Thank
can
you.
easily wear this, out for cocktails.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, of
You
course,
sure can.
virtual cocktails. Ah,
Right.
well, we still haven't passed that time. This, these times, these COVID times, when I think we're going to look back on the shows and we're going to be, oh man, that were COVID shows.
Right.
So many things have already been, I don't want to say branded, but you talk about it as COVID this, COVID
Mm-hmm.
that,
Mm-hmm.
and oh well, oh well.
Like they say, Eric, this too shall pass, we are going to be looking back at this one day, and saying, like, wow, remember when, but it's just right now that we're in it and it feels like an eternity. It feels like forever.
Yeah,
But, like they say, all we have is the moment. All we have is right now. So just, live your life and try to make the best
yeah.
of it.
Cope with it at best as they can. I mean,
Yes.
it's kind of sad that Congress, Senate, and the politicians still can't get on agreement, on the next relief package, which I know a lot of workers are going to depend on, especially, well, just in general, people which are
Right.
out of a job are will depend on that. No, I would say that, most of, I will formulate that many of the expenses were covered. That if
Right.
that falls away, then there's going to be nothing really there to pay the rent or the mortgage or whatever. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that now, yes, the situation has been difficult, maybe not dire, but that's
Mm-hmm.
going to push many people over the edge.
Right, right, exactly. And we also want to give our condolences and our respects to John Lewis, who was
Yep,
just laid to rest today.
yeah, generally,
He did
yeah,
some amazing things. Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. So,
No, we should, because that
mhm.
was very important. And we will not mention who did not attend.
Right, right. It's okay
But with that,
because we know who did the eulogy. So,
well, yeah,
mhm.
eulogy is very interesting.
Yes,
And that I think speaks for the persona that he was.
exactly.
And yeah, like I said, you need people like that to change, the way history is going, history went, and
Hmm.
now it's really to other people to pick up the baton
And keep
and
going.
and keep going and
Keep
run with
going.
it.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I want to say on this note, but um, of course, if you've been following the show, you know who should have been our first show guest, which is Jamie Danielle. Unfortunately, Jamie is stuck in Joshua Tree with no Wi-Fi and very dodgy cell phone service, and that's where we decided, we want her on the show and not in and out of the show. So
Right.
we're going to see her at a later time, which again shows us we are so relying on modern technology and our cell phones and having our Wi-Fi and all that. And there you drive only 2.5 hours to Joshua Tree and
Mhm.
oh, it's all gone.
Right.
Oh, um, but well, so anyway, we probably should have thought about that. We did not. It's okay. Live and learn. With that, I will let Leon Davis, CEO of Promo Ventures Inc., into the show.
Yeah.
She has been passionately waiting.
Hmm.
I always love to press that admit button.
Hello, Leanne.
Hi.
I am so excited to introduce my friend, my colleague.
Hello, Leon.
Hi.
Hi. It's great
How's
to see
it
you guys.
going?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Oh,
Good,
we're
good. I,
doing
I love the
well.
beach. So you're getting the breeze? You're getting the breeze?
The wonders of technology, right?
Right,
Yes.
exactly.
Uh,
Exactly. So let me introduce Leanne Davis. She calls herself the brand concierge. I love that. Promo
Thank you.
Ventures Incorporated.
Thank
So,
you.
Leanne, will you do me a favor and let me know how you came up with the idea of, to call your business the brand concierge and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, basically, I'm a brand concierge because I have over 25 years experience in the promotional products industry. And, there's always events that pop up for our clients, and they rely on us to come up with creative concepts to, kind of put their logo out there, but on a whole nother level.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great way. I mean, they come to us because we have experience with coming up with great ideas and just, getting things done quick turnaround. And our specialty is apparel decoration. So,
Mm-hmm.
and as a mom, I kind of was my children's personal everything. So I kind of think everything through A to Z. So
Right.
I feel like we've built a reputation on our reliability and our quality, and just working with great clients. We're really blessed to support our clients, a lot of utilities companies, and our heroes
Mm-hmm.
and sheroes out there. So it's just a wonderful opportunity and a blessing to be able to do that.
yeah. No, it's very interesting, and if I want to just inject, it's like when someone visits your website, the first thing which really pops out, you have this big North Face
Yes.
logo there, and I mean everybody can identify with that. That's one of those brands you just recognize. So what you basically do is you take your client's brand
Mhm.
and co-branded with North Face.
Yes, exactly.
Mm.
And the North Face, that took years of getting to that level to where we had to prove that we were reliable and we protect the integrity of North Face, and they're very particular about who co-brands with them. So,
Of
there's sort of
course.
some layers you have to go through, and just like I said, quality and just exceptional, finished product. And
Which,
my
well,
background was apparel decoration and
Mm-hmm.
apparel design and product development. So you're working
you
with a professional when you come to me.
Right,
know,
exactly.
and that's important because people, they go on conventions. I mean, not right now, so we know that's kind of a
All
bummer.
virtual now.
But you see golf tournaments, and they,
Mhm.
show up in, say, um, Nike, which people then associate with Tiger Woods, which then would be co-branded with something else. And like you said before, you have to jump through a lot of hoops to get that credibility,
Exactly.
you
Yes,
know,
that's
to be
important.
allowed to do that, because it's, I'm sure you have to have several licenses.
Yes.
Right. Would that be considered under the category of licensing, Leanne? To working with
Well, the
North Face?
clients have to have the permission to be able to put certain brand, yeah, they have, it's, has to be the original source. Yeah, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
And we
cool.
also do a lot of things with Nike, the Nike swoosh, and, you know, a lot of people like the quality, and there's a lot of, you know, possibilities with what we can deliver, so.
Well,
Right, of course.
why don't you give a couple of shout outs to those brands? Just brand brag.
Oh, brands that we've worked with?
Yeah.
Or
Mm-hmm.
Makita USA, Nuvasive here in San Diego. We've done a lot of things for the Salk Institute, you know, so we support biotech.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think, so many companies here in San Diego. We've also worked a lot through the craft brew industry. So we've done a lot of things for AleSmith Brewing and other, you know, other kind of, and we've also done stuff with the Coppola, Francis Ford
Nice.
Coppola's winery, their company.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Northern California. That's something to, you know, it's a feather in our cap. So we like wine.
All
We've done
right.
so with Fallbrook Winery and, you know,
Mm-hmm.
other beverages. So there's a lot of possibilities with taking, you know, a company logo and, you know, for corporate incentives, or like you said, like golf events. We've done a lot of stuff. We've done things with SDG&E, and, you know, we did a golf event that was a fundraiser for Lung Force. So I'm always
Right.
proud. And I know, you know, I would love to do something with GBS in future if possible. With
Oh,
Liz.
yeah, of course.
That would be wonderful. We just have to brainstorm. We have to be really out of the box now with virtual events, but
Absolutely,
but
absolutely.
I'm a real like out of the box thinker. So I just usually start with, you know, what your budget is and what your timeline is. And, you know, that's where the experience comes in. You just kind of have to have some, you know, great potential. I mean, you know, just, it's a collaboration.
Right, exactly. Totally a collaboration. Could you tell us some of your hot items that are, you know, from Promo Ventures? Like, you know, I know you have some little hot items that are, you know, for giveaways and stuff. What are the main?
Yes, I forgot to bring my show and tell today, but one thing that people are starting to ask for is because everyone's workforce is working from home. So we have little tech kits that we can put together, a little sort of work from home kit. So it includes earbuds, you know, maybe like mouse pad, maybe a little lunch box or a little beverage container, keep them hydrated, you know, maybe little goodies. I mean, we can customize all of that. So I think work from home is really hot right now because, you know, it's the best way
what we're dealing with.
And I would love to do stuff with teachers as well. I have several friends who are teachers. My mother was a teacher as well, so I have a soft spot for the education world. There's ways for either the students to keep engaged. If they had the budget, we could create these little puzzles with little coloring things for the, you know, sort of the middle. And also for STEAM, there's a lot of exciting things coming with STEAM, you know, that whole category. The science, I love science. My son is working on some businesses that are alternative energy. So he's always been into science. So he inspires me to be excited about science. So
wow, that's awesome. And you know what I also wanted to mention to our viewers, Leanne actually went to school for fashion design and textiles. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Because that really helps in your business, what you do.
yes,
So
no,
you know,
and I
all your
love sharing
fabrics.
that comment thread with you. Literally, it's awesome.
Right.
I studied at Virginia Commonwealth University back in the 80s. And the cool thing being the fashion program in Richmond was we had the Ebony Fashion Fair that came through. So that was like a whole nother wow factor. And I modeled in school just for the school fashion shows. And then later I got a job working for Capezio in New York. And they were wonderful, sponsoring me to take classes to learn more about how to work with the textiles. So I took night classes at Parsons just to learn more about, you know, how to learn the terminology of, you know, how to explain textile terminology with, you know, all the people involved. So that was really a blessing, and I really enjoyed, that. And I almost switched gears and became a textile designer, but
Oh, wow.
uh,
That's cool.
I would have had to start too small. I would have had to take my salary in half, and I couldn't afford to do that at the time. So
Right.
sometimes you think like, what if I had done that? What it'd be like? Because I love textiles and colors and stuff.
Right. Exactly. And then I wanted to reiterate too, I know you just said that your son is into science. I want to backtrack. And so is Eric's son.
Oh, really? Oh, we
Yeah.
should talk about
Absolutely.
that. That's wonderful. I think science is awesome. There's so much exciting things happening right now.
Yeah, he is he's becoming an aerospace engineer.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Is he here in San Diego, or where is he?
Yeah, UCSD
Oh, that's wonderful. That's a wonderful thing
campus.
to study. Yeah, that's exciting. Wow. Where does he think, does he want to work for, like, I can't think.
But he has not decided yet, who he will work with or for.
Yeah.
But his little brother, who
Mhm.
is 8, has already decided that he is going to build him a spaceship.
Oh, that's fantastic. They can create their own business.
Right.
So it's like it's kind of really funny, and
Yes,
sometimes
that's
he's 20, little one is 8, but they have one common hobby. They love to play Minecraft.
oh, cool. That's very creative, I've heard, and really techy. I don't know
Yeah,
much
it's
about it, but
really
I just
cool.
know a little
So
bit.
they play for hours together. I mean, I'm
Oh,
amazed.
that's fantastic. Well, it's good to just think big and be dreamers. We need more dreamers in the world. And my son is a
Right.
dreamer. My son is a big
Exactly.
dreamer, and he'd probably have a lot in common with your sons, just talking
Yeah.
about space, because he's had a lot of, it's like when you're a dreamer, you have lots of ideas. So sometimes it's hard to like corral one, just pick one, and that's hard. I'm like that too. I have too many ideas, and I just have to just maybe keep a journal and keep it for when I have time to explore that. But it's good. The world needs more of that, because just to keep us
Exactly.
moving forward and keeping us, just doing greater things.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Exactly.
coming back to Earth,
Yes.
you are a certified woman-owned small business and
Yes.
also certified woman business enterprise.
Yes.
So I would like you to elaborate a little bit on that, because I think that some women just don't know that these certifications are out there for them, and they can help, like for government
Yes.
contracts and or get easier loans, and
Mhm.
they're maybe just not aware of it.
Right. Yeah. So I have been certified with Women Business Enterprises, Webeck West, because we're out in the West Coast. I've been certified as a WEBE. We call it Women Business Enterprise since 2012. I'm very proud of that. And that certification does not guarantee business, but WEBEC has been amazing because it's a not-for-profit, and their main goal is to really help build rapport within the supplier diversity industry. So there's a whole component of education, there's matchmaking, there's just so many levels of opportunity. And it's been a journey, for the past 8 years. I've really had to keep an open mind and open heart to just like learn. So it's been an ongoing, I'm a lifelong learner like my mother, and I really enjoy the excitement of, I love people. So I love meeting new people and new buyers, and, being in the classroom. I'm right now in the middle of the Platinum Supplier Program, which Jamie Lomax is, give Jamie a shout out, because she's the
Right.
vice president.
Jamie's is amazing. She's an
Yeah.
amazing woman. She is.
Yes, and she was with SDG&E for 18 years, and it was actually an event that she invited me to, and that's how Liz and I met. So I'm really
Right.
thankful for
Exactly.
Jamie.
We
Yes,
met
and that's
through
probably been
Jamie.
about 5 years. Yeah, so I'm really thankful for Jamie. And now she's become the vice president of WeBack, after 18 years of SDG&E. So she sees both sides of the table of how this whole supplier diversity, supply chain system works. So this is her baby, the platinum supplier, to learn, we create our capability statements, and that's sort of like your business resume that the buyers will read through. There's things called NAICS codes, and that's a whole nother conversation for another day, but that's
Yep. Oh, that's a
national,
long
I forget what it
conversation.
stands for, but it sort of shows the category of what your business, your capabilities are. And in this program, we have we go really deep into our businesses. And I've learned one thing is it's good to step away and work on your business and not just be, in the business all the time. You kind of have to wear many hats, and I'm sure you all understand that. So
exactly, you do have to step back and take a look at it so you won't get burnt out and overwhelmed.
Exactly.
Like most of us do.
Exactly. I feel ya. I feel ya.
Exactly. Yes. So, how has the COVID or the coronavirus, how has it affected your business, or has it been, some people change gears, and it has done wonders for their business.
Yes.
So how has
thank
that
you for
affected?
asking. Yes. I think we had to sort of, at first we're like, oh, wow, what is this going to mean? And, there was a lot of uncertainty at first. So I basically hunkered down with my team. We had to reevaluate like who our clients were. We saw that events just suddenly, a lot of our, a portion of our clients were event driven. So that just went away overnight. Like you just don't expect that. We thought, oh, we're going to rev up 2020 in January, and then boom, March happened. So right away, there was a lot of talk of the PPP program. So luckily I had switched from one bank, I won't say their name, but to Bank of America. So I'm really thankful for Bank of America because they gave me a lot of love, and I built some real there's a lot of personal touches there because, they have a great team here in San Diego. And I applied for the PPP and was really grateful because, we didn't make the first round like most small businesses didn't, but we made the second round, and I'm forever grateful for that. It took a lot of like paperwork and a lot of like, nail biting, and like, is this really going to happen? You have to have faith.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's a test
you do.
of your grit and your faith and your flexibility. Also at the same time, we're all like kind of taking a step back, like, okay, we have to assess what are we good at? So we already were good at, we had a contract with one of the water utilities. So we're luckily kept this going, and with Makita, like I said, as well. And we just kind of kept those orders going because we had a demand. And then some of the other business dropped off. So then we're like, okay, and now seeing in my industry, we're in, promotional products. I have a lot of emails that come through from that industry. So I'm sort of paying attention to like, okay, what's kind of needed. So the whole PPE category popped up, and I got us, on the list for the WeBack as a supplier for PPP or PPE. So many P's. PPE, which is personal protective equipment. So basically, you just have to be ready to pivot. And being a small business, we can, react quickly. And you never overpromise what you can do. You just have to, be comfortable and own it, what you do well. So
exactly.
Wow.
We're thankful the business people are still calling us, so we're thankful.
Right. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I also want to congratulate you because I know your business is award winning. I've seen you receive tons of awards because you're so awesome in your business and your business sense and everything.
Thank you, Liz.
So I know you personally, so I just want to congratulate you on that.
Thank you. Well, I want to give a shout out for Ron Garnett and the Council for Supplier Diversity, especially.
Yes, exactly. Because he helped a lot of us, he helped us, come through a lot of different things. I learned a lot from Ron, Mr. Ron Garnett. Maybe he'll be a guest on our show, huh?
I think he would be a wonderful guest because he knows a lot about, he knows a lot of people, he knows a lot of things. He's just a wealth of information.
Yes, he is. A wealth of information. Yes.
He's a very special man.
Yes, he is.
A lot of gratitude. A lot of gratitude to Ron.
Yes.
That is
exactly.
That is good. Well, again, thank you so much, for being on the show. And I would like to invite you to stay on if you got time.
Oh, of course. I'd be honored. Yes.
And then at the end of the show, we have something we call open mic, and then we can question each other.
Okay,
Sometimes it's
Mhm.
kind of funny, and
wonderful.
I'm going to invite Jessica Joan Richards uh, into our midst.
To our chat room. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Oh, I,
it's always, it's kind of
wonderful.
funny, that it takes a little time to come on, and
Yes.
will the other side have the microphone, the picture? Is
Yes.
it all going to work?
Well, I'm very honored to be a guest today. So thank you guys so much. And I just love what you guys are doing. I've been watching your shows and you guys
Oh,
have some
thank
amazing
you.
guests.
Thank
So
you.
Thank you, Leanne. And we enjoyed having you too.
thank you. I'm so grateful. I
Yes.
appreciate you guys so much.
Jesse,
Just waiting.
can you hear us?
Hi, can you hear me? Oh,
I can
sorry.
hear you, but I can't see you. Up,
Hi,
and now
Jessica.
you're on the side.
Hi. Oh, sorry. I'm so
That's
sorry.
okay. Just, I mean, we know. Just before we start talking about you, I just wanted to say my appreciation, because it's now midnight in Croydon, UK, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow. You're overseas.
Yeah,
Wow.
you
Hi,
decided
Jessica.
Great.
to join us live, so that's really, thank you so much for doing that. We talked before. I wanted to see if you record or you come on live, and you said, you know what, you actually really want to be on live because you have a message to share. And the thing is, how many followers do you have right now?
On LinkedIn.
Just in general. How many people have read your article, everything?
Oh, on my article's been read 20 million times at this point now.
Wow.
So just to give you a little bit of an idea who we are dealing with, a person who had an article, who went viral, been read now 20 million times, and it's on our show.
Yes. Welcome, Jessica. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
No, please. And Jessica, please, we will give you, some time now just to, in your own words, say what you experienced and what made so many people react to your story.
Okay, put me on the spot. Sorry, I'm not great at talking about myself, but let me try. So I used to work in a previous company for quite a large company, and I experienced quite a lot of discrimination myself personally and colleagues as well. But something that really stuck out was that I experienced a lot of body shaming, particularly so when a senior leader said that I was too fat for my job and that I needed to lose weight, and then proceeded to show me different weight loss surgery and tips that I could take on board. I kept that very secret to myself for a very long time, and it actually really affected my mental health, affected my confidence, until I eventually left the company. And then one day I just had enough of keeping the secret. I didn't have a profile picture on LinkedIn and barely used LinkedIn because I had been so afraid for so long that if I went to change jobs or I went to network with people, that people would be like, oh, she's fat, I don't want to work with her. That's what the experience left me feeling. So I posted something on LinkedIn. I don't know what I was expecting. Went to bed that night after posting it with 10 likes and then woke up with 150,000.
Oh
So
my goodness. Wow.
it was the weirdest experience ever.
But it also exposed you to fans, but it's also exposed you to hate mails.
Oh yes, absolutely. I've made some fantastic friends and gotten to know some really amazing people, who I always say someone like me probably would never have been able to meet before. I've never really traveled outside of the UK, and I've managed to meet Eric now, meeting lovely Liz. You know, I'm getting to meet these amazing people, but at the same time, I don't know if people realize it, but I have been also subject to a lot of hate mail, a lot of comments
So
on the post
crazy.
that I posted. But then there's some people who've taken an extra level of energy and actually looked to find my personal number, my personal email address. And so, yes, there
Yeah.
are some people who feel strongly enough against me to do that, really.
Yeah, and it's amazing. I mean, Liz and I, we talked about that, and Liz, I think you wanted to say a couple of words. I mean, couple of words to that subject.
Yes, I just basically wanted to encourage you, to keep on going. I read your story and I just, it just made me so teary eyed. And it's just really, it's kind of crazy. It really is. But, there's always a silver lining, like they say, a rainbow at the end of the, you know, whatever I'm trying to say. But anyway, I wanted to gift you one of my designer outfits. That's what I would love to give you. And hopefully we can, get a photo shoot from England, and possibly put you on the website and feature you. I think that would be amazing, because we have to, that's how we get through things. We help each other. You know what I mean? We help one another. And then also there's another young lady that would love to do some possible virtual workout sessions with you and possible meal planning.
Wow.
So we have your back, we have you covered. We as women, we want to stand up for each other. We don't care where you are. We don't care where you are. We feel like we should, it's our duty to help one another. I would want you to come to my rescue. If I were being body shamed and, bullied, because that's a big thing. At one time in my life, when I was younger, much, a kid, I was bullied. People wouldn't think that now, but, nowadays it's really, really harsh. Back in the day, when I was coming up, it was a little bit different. But because we have the internet and, you can actually see what they're doing. You can see them saying these things, but you do have to be very strong mentally to continue to keep going. You have to be able to keep going. There's something good for you in all of this. I guarantee you, if you keep going, you will see the goodness that comes out of this. Sometimes people do things, they have no idea of what exactly they take it for bad, but it turns out to be something really wonderful and amazing if you can just get through it. You just hang in there. And like I said, I guarantee you there's a silver lining at the end of this rainbow for you. So you just hang in.
Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. I'm a very emotional person anyway, but thank you so much for
you are
your
more
lovely
than welcome.
words.
Lovely. I feel bad
You're
you've
more
gone
than
through
welcome.
that.
Well, just to reiterate, is Liz has been working behind the scenes, and we were talking about things, and then just put the word out, see how it resonates, and we had people come forward, and but the first thing was really Liz, who said, I want to design a gown for this beautiful lady, that she can wear with pride. And in our talks and so on, we thought, "Oh, okay, we found a team. which Liz is going to hook you up with, which is going to really work with you for the next 3 months.
Wow.
You know, just to let you go, because something you just touched upon. But yes, you know, it just not affected you only mentally, but it also affects you right now physically. And you said you wanted to do something about that, and that's a mix of, you know, coaching, physical exercise, but it has to be supervised.
Yes. Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
And the name of that company is, her name is Keisha Lenore Behrman. The name of the company is Why Wait TV, and she gets results. She definitely gets results, and
Did you hear that?
she's on board with
Hear that?
us.
She gets results. You know,
Yes, she
no
does.
pressure, no pressure.
That's right. She gets results, you know? Yeah, she's amazing
Wow.
herself.
I feel like
Exactly.
I've won a competition or something. This is
You
your
have.
kindness means a lot. It
You
really
have, because
means
you
a lot.
came out on top. You are a winner.
I agree. You are.
Yes.
You're very special.
Thank you.
No,
You're
and
more
I
than
think it's
welcome.
encouraging, you know, for so many other people, you know, to stand up to and to condemn bullying, period.
Right.
Say, no, we don't have to live in a world where you bully me just because you feel you're better, superior, or cooler. And you know, they have this big A on their forehead. A, by the way, stands for asshole.
I was gonna say that's right. That's right, Eric.
So you know, that's important. And you know, we had, I do have to say, I had the privilege, you know, we spent already, Jesse and I, a couple of hours talking over the past weeks. And it's just so nice to see how you're maturing, Jesse, you know, in everything, and how it's getting better and better, how you're able to verbalize it, you know, and really get that compact message out there. And
Definitely.
it's so important.
Definitely. I certainly think I'm on this journey. One that I probably hadn't planned, but now is where I'm finding myself going down. But more every day, it was becoming more and more obvious to me how important it is that we get people talking about this discrimination at work. I don't know fully what my pure message is, but I want to make workplaces safer for people who don't fit the mold that society or people seem to have in this idea is what success looks like.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I definitely, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
It's just that I definitely want more people to be held accountable for their own successes and their own happiness, because I truly believe that if we internally feel happier about ourselves, then we're going to want other people to succeed. So that's where my journey is starting off from, really, is self-love that hopefully will then go on to other people.
Exactly.
That's a good
Exactly.
point. Self-love is very important. So I'm glad you
That's
found
right.
that.
Exactly.
You're lovely. You're lovely inside and out. So just
Well,
Thank
yes,
you.
and
That's right.
I don't want to embarrass you, Jesse, but you also have a very big heart. And you have a big family, and
Yeah.
you're currently helping your niece to
My
come
cousin.
from your cousin to come
Yeah.
from the Philippines over, and you actually spent quite a bit of your own money to make that possible.
I spent all of my money. It was planned before Corona, but and the reality is she lives in the Philippines and she works many hours a week or a month, and we'd worked out that for her to work as a student in the UK, she would have to work a lot less hours than the hours she works now. She has all these, you know, she supports her family. It's like a big chain, really. She's the oldest daughter, so she supports her family. And I know that this is a unique situation, but you know, there's a family of 7 living in a one-bedroom house, one-bedroom flat.
Wow.
And as you can imagine, during lockdown, that's very, very difficult.
Absolutely.
I mean, this was planned before lockdown, but I just wanted to help give her a better life, or the opportunity to have a better life. So
Wow.
I know I'm starting small by starting within the family, but this is just one way that I really hope to be able to use my life to help improve somebody else's.
That's awesome. And it just keeps going and keeps going. Exactly. Mhm.
Keeps going. And now, I mean, I know, we are, it's like the mood is getting better and positive and so on. And I'm afraid I have to kind of put a little downer on this right now, because there's something else I would like to touch on. You wanted to commit suicide when you were 12.
Uh-huh. That was yeah, no, I appreciate the abruptness. No, I did. And I'm sorry if I get emotional, but I started this conversation, or I've started talking about this because mental health is still very much a taboo. And I think a lot, and just coming from an Asian background, it is very much a taboo even still. And growing up, that's what I was taught. I was taught, you know, your emotions shouldn't matter, and you sweep it under the rug. And so I moved from the Philippines to the UK when I was 6, turning 7. I suffered a lot of cultural identity issues because of that. And I don't know, my parents weren't equipped, I guess, to support us in this big transition of our lives, because we were all transitioning, or we were all having changes in our lives. I look very Asian, but my siblings, my 2 sisters, they look very British or Western, and so they could blend in easily, whereas I was, you know, the dark kid in the playground, and everybody else were, you know, I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood. And so it's those things that you think at 6 years old, you don't quite realize, you don't know why you're different, but you know you're different. And because of that, I experienced a lot of bullying, a lot of difficulties, I guess a lot of language barriers, things like that. That to the point where at the age of 12 years old, I did seek to end my own life. And what's difficult about remembering that and admitting that I went through that period in my life, especially at 12 years old, because people go, oh, but you were only 12. And that's why I'm like, well, do you see why it's more painful? Because at 12 years old, I'm sorry, at 12 years old, you shouldn't know that kind of pain to want to. The reality is I did. And instead of having the support that as a 12-year-old I probably needed, because you just cannot comprehend how big that action is at 12 years old, I was met with alienation from the community that I grew up desperate to be a part of. I was completely separated from all kids in my class, so I became even more different than everybody else, when all I wanted to do growing up was feel like I belonged. So yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, but you know,
you poor thing.
no, go ahead. Yeah, but the great thing is really, to see you now able, to tell that story and to say the message and stand your ground. Let's be very happy about that.
I'm hoping that being able to open up these difficult conversations, the experiences that I had that really limited me for a very long time, I'm hoping that by sharing this, there's other people who perhaps are experiencing it or have experienced it and realize that they're not alone, and that we can all gather together and get rid of these things that have been limiting us for so long. But we can do that together, because sometimes it's easier to have other people support you in that.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm,
Absolutely.
Building
Yes.
a community of support is very important. So I think that's wonderful. Opening your heart like that has really probably helped you start from fresh and build a nice community. So I think hopefully that's made a huge difference for you. And I just want to send you big hugs because I'm sorry you went through
Thank
that.
you.
I was bullied
Right.
as a child. I was bullied as a child horribly, and I understand. And I send you lots of love because I know it's hard to.
Mhm.
And I was an only child, so I always, didn't have anybody looking out for me either. And it just makes you tough over time. But there's always that part of your heart that's tender, and it's a marker. You just you never forget that. I was actually beaten up by another girl when I was in 8th grade, and I tell people the story like no big deal, but you never forget. But it's sort of it's a marker, and it's like a defining moment. It's like, yes, that person beat the crap out of me, but I didn't, it didn't finish me. I just,
Right.
send forgiveness to that. That's more of a bad reflection on that person than myself.
Mhm.
I was the innocent, and I kind of throw peace at it. It's just making like, I've got Scotch Irish background, and one of our sayings is, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I am
Right.
the example, an example of that. So
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what they say. That's what they say.
Exactly. So Jessica, are you getting the proper help that you need now? Are you, you getting, some type of counseling and everything? Is that okay?
So I've been counseling since 2017, really.
Okay, wonderful.
So
Okay.
I've been very mental health wise. I am on a work in progress.
Okay,
Something
wonderful.
that I shared with Eric was that I don't want the message to be, because I want, as I said to you all, I want this journey to be very public, because I want to hopefully help other people realize that their situation isn't unique, and that they do have a community that exists that want to support and help them.
Right.
So one of the things that I acknowledge is you can be healthy at any weight. The reality for me is I'm not healthy. And so I do want to take accountability for that side of myself. And I know that weight loss or exercising, going into this exercise journey, is quite difficult for maybe ladies of my size, or it's intimidating because you go to the gym and I don't know what it's like in other gyms, but my gym is filled with muscle bound men who look amazing, by the way, but it's not inspiring for me.
Right.
It doesn't feel inspiring for me. And so I'm hoping that I'll have other people who'll see me being very open about this journey. Some days you just don't want to eat healthy, some days you don't want to exercise. I want to bring that all into reality to show everybody, essentially. But sorry, I'm talking so much.
Okay. That's okay.
I don't want the message to be that you need to lose weight in order to succeed or to be a winner. That isn't the case. It's just acknowledging what your health needs. And that's why I want that. I want to share that journey with everybody.
Right. I think that's a great idea.
And Liz, I think that Keisha is going to be the ideal partner, at least to get that kicked off.
Yes.
For the next 3 months. From there, can you? I heard, so nobody is listening right now, Jesse. Nobody. I heard that those trainers and everything there usually like to see everything to the end. But we're starting with 3 months, but it could be to the end. You never know. Just, like I said, that's just between you and I.
Right. Can I ask you a question, Jessica? What type of, I know that you're into like marketing. Could you tell us a little bit about your job, your work? What do you do?
Oh, so I was a marketing manager. I live and breathe marketing. I love advertisement. I love content. I actually recently left because, I recently left my paid work in employment because I wanted to try and make LinkedIn or this journey a full-time job. and I know that I get a lot of questions, one of the biggest being, but how are you going to earn money? And to be honest with you, this might sound like the craziest business idea, but I'm not thinking about the money right now. I want to focus on the idea of what I want to do and how I want to help people. And then hopefully making money will come as a bonus. But my philosophy, at least my philosophy in terms of my morals and what I believe in, I don't want to make money from people. I want to make money from organizations, because I never want to charge someone to want to develop themselves personally.
Right, I hear you.
So
I totally understand.
The answer is, work-wise, I do love marketing. I love helping companies, especially, this is my particular specialty, it's helping companies to raise their profile, to market their company without spending money. So that is something I'm very passionate about. I see so many companies waste so much money on unnecessary advertising. So, but nowadays, my day job is very much LinkedIn and hopefully helping people change their lives.
Wow, that's awesome.
That
All
is,
right.
I help share your story. I'm happy to be linked in with you.
oh, sorry, Leanne, we didn't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? No, I'd like to be a LinkedIn friend with you as well, Jessica, because I'm on LinkedIn with Liz and Eric. So
yes, please, Leanne, that would be amazing.
I'll send you a note.
Thank you. I don't know. Am I allowed to talk about the emotion exchange, Eric?
Of course.
So I actually started this group. Right now it's very early stages, so it's very basic, but I started this group. Leanne, I think you might be interested in it. It's called the Emotion Exchange. It's for anybody really, male, female, whatever your religion. We're very, very open, but the only criteria you need to have to join is that you should want to empower other people, share your expertise, but also be willing to learn new skills and meet new people. I started the Emotion Exchange purely because I started getting, and I'm so grateful for it, a lot of people messaging me about their experiences, the difficulties they experienced in life, and then asking for advice. At the same time, I've had people like body coaches or mental health experts, lawyers, offering their services to help me out. And the reality is, I'm not looking to get revenge on my previous employer. My only hope is that if they see my message and see my post, that they can learn from how they behave towards me, and be better in the future. But the Emotion Exchange essentially serves a safe space, hopefully, for professionals to network, get advice from experts on situations that they may have, but also to hopefully help each other empower one another. So anybody is welcome.
That's amazing. I think that's an excellent idea. I love it.
So where do they go to join?
So there is a group on LinkedIn at the moment. That's the only place we exist. And I can give you a link to it. It's called the Emotion Exchange, and it's a group. So you can either search that way or I can provide a link. But at the moment, as I said, it's early stages, but it's serving really well for people to go in there and post daily reminders of, positive affirmations that sometimes you just need.
Right, exactly.
I just word for people because, we are live here on YouTube. And for people which came a little bit later to the program, it's like, now it's going to be close to 1 a.m. for you.
I think I'm a night owl though, as we established very early on in our relationship. I very much enjoy being up. I think I should be where you are right now. How is the other side of the world? Are you all on the other side of the world?
Yes, we're all in San Diego, in the USA.
It happened to be all three of us in San Diego. It's
Mhm.
nice and sunny.
Here.
Yes,
It's
beautiful.
You're here virtually. You're here virtually with us.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I don't have any complaints about the weather. It's a beautiful
No,
place. It is.
and
good.
and you know it's the white wine tastes very good these days.
Mm-hmm. And so does the coffee.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, just great. Leanne, would you have any questions for Jessica, for me, or for Liz?
I don't know. I just want to continue. I want to watch you grow. I want to be supportive of you. I'd love to just, be part of your group and just be a supporting cheerleader
Thank you so
element.
much.
Right,
I'm
And
excited
exactly.
I'm so inspired by you. You're so amazing. And I think, I'm really proud of you that I think the first step was you opened up. You opened up and you didn't hold it in anymore. I can relate in my own way because I was a very shy and quiet child, if you can believe that, but I was once upon a time. Sometimes we
Mhm.
transcend as we, go through life, and
Yeah.
experiences can change you. And I think it's wonderful
Mhm.
that you're starting to blossom like a beautiful butterfly. So I share
Right.
that beautiful thought with
Thank you
you.
so
So
much.
just stay true to yourself, and you don't have to
Thank
answer to
you.
anyone but yourself. So I'm glad you're on this beautiful journey.
Thank
Exactly.
you.
And ditto, I ditto everything she says. Just keep, like they always say, just keep going. There's something in it for you, and just stay positive. I know that's easier
Absolutely.
said than done, but by the fact that you're here,
Mhm.
and you're on this Zoom live with us,
Yeah.
that makes me feel good, to know that you wanted to, talk with us, on our show. And
Mhm.
we inspire you, we send you virtual hugs and love and all that.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
you're
Jesse,
welcome.
Yes.
any final words of wisdom?
Well, I had a question for Leanne actually.
Wait, go
um,
ahead. Go ahead. She's there. Grab her. A
What
very
can I answer?
successful woman entrepreneur.
yes.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
in awe of all amazing self-made people. So thank you for introducing me to Leanne. Leanne, I was stuck behind the backstage area, so I didn't watch the beginning of your interview. I caught the end where you were talking about science, and I'm sorry if you've already said this. I've actually recently discovered I'm really interested in chemistry, even though I
Mm.
didn't do well at it in school. Is your love for science a new thing, or is it something that you've just discovered?
Well, it's more I was talking about my son, but it's funny because my son's sort
Oh,
of a offspring of myself. So as a young child in high school, I did okay. I don't think it was funny. I wasn't as excited about it, but having a son who loves science made me excited about it again. And as I've kind of gone through life, I realized I'm more into art, and
mm-hmm.
I'm into gardening now because of COVID. I stay home more, so I'm in the garden a lot. And there's science in everything. So I think, don't worry, you didn't like chemistry before, but now you're excited. There's so many exciting things happening with science in the world. There's this, it's called STEAM. I don't remember what all that stands for, but STEAM is kind of an exciting thing. And even for girls, for females, it's becoming an exciting thing with more women scientists. And there's a lot of things so just follow that little path, follow where that spark takes you, because there's a huge need for innovation. And my son is currently exploring some exciting things right now with alternative energy. And
Oh, wow.
he's a surfer, so he's very much about the environment and everything.
Uh-huh.
And I should give my daughter a shout out as well, because she's kind of on her own amazing path, and she's very compassionate about animals. And Liz knows my daughter really well.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
She models for her. And she's living in Australia. So, we're living apart. But getting back to science, I think science is, I've discovered I love it even as an adult. So it's never too late. Maybe that's my main.
Right.
So just follow where it takes you, because
Thank you.
you may find something that excites you that you could even create you can have a contribution to the science world. You never know. You just have to find it.
That would
There's
be
that challenge.
amazing.
There's that call to action.
No, If you're looking, I'm not going ghost. I guess it's my camera, there must be some spirit coming up because from my
Yes,
view,
your glow, you have that
Jessica
glow.
is underneath me, and I think all that spirit coming up is just giving me a halo.
That's cool. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well-
we have really enjoyed speaking with you, Jessica and Leanne.
thank you.
You guys have
Thank
been
you so
amazing
much.
guests, and you guys have been amazing. And hey, we'd love to have you back again.
Well,
Yes.
anyhow, the latest in 3 months in Lizz design alone.
Mhm. So I'm going to be in touch with you privately, Jessica, so we can,
Yes.
talk fashion. We could talk fashion.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you so
Jessica,
much.
you're amazing.
Thank you
Inspiration
guys.
to us all.
Bye.
Bye. Nice to
Okay,
meet you.
bye-bye. You too.
Nice
Take
to meet
care.
you, Liz. Thank you. Bye.
All right.